Chester Inn in downtown Jonesborough. We've stepped inside off the front porch, and I'm joined right now by Ann Mason with the Heritage Alliance.
Yeah.
Ann, thanks for taking some time out with us.
Well, thanks for joining us here at the Chester Inn.
The Chester Inn is a gorgeous building.
It is a gorgeous building.
Meticulously preserved, and no small part of the Heritage Alliance.
Yeah, thanks to them, and then definitely the state of Tennessee, since it's a state-owned historic site.
Right. But the Heritage Alliance, tell us what your main mission is.
Yeah, so we are dedicated to preservation and education, especially in Washington County and in Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia region. Just want to make sure to share all this rich history in all of its forms with as many people as we can.
And actually, there were like 3 different organizations came together to make the Heritage Alliance, but all of them kind of with that same mission of making sure we preserve what we have here historically, especially here in Jonesborough, Washington County.
Yeah, because there's so much history, and it's in the form of buildings, and it's in the form of artifacts, and it's in the form of oral stories. Right. So preserving all of this.
And having the Chester Inn right next door to the National Storytelling, it just makes it feel like it's just a lot of symmetry there.
Yeah, these fit well into, Jonesborough. We're the oldest town, and this is the oldest commercial building.
Right.
And then we're also known as the storytelling capital of the world, and there's plenty of stories in this building too. So
when that storytelling festival happens, I mean, they have the storytellers and residents, and then the big National Storytelling Festival. Y'all get an opportunity to really show what you do during the year.
Yeah, we have the museum downstairs. And then our 3 restored rooms upstairs, and they're free of charge, operate on donation. And we change out exhibits. We do special programs. Like earlier this year, we had Voices of the Chester, where people walked through the museum and met people who lived or worked here in different rooms. Right. So that was a really neat experience.
And you're in costume today.
I am in costume today.
Do you do a lot of tours like this?
I do, yeah. So we offer walking tours of the town.
Right.
We have cemetery tours of the old Jonesborough Cemetery. Lots of fun ways to experience history here.
We're all the time, this is Tennessee's oldest town. Do you have people come in and say, I want to find out more about Tennessee history? Do folks come in all the time wanting to immerse themselves in what goes on here? Yeah,
people come in and especially looking for like family members. And it's great that we now have the Washington County Archives too. And people just come in and you don't realize till you're in it like how many events happened right here in this area and in Tennessee, because it really was right on the cusp of that moving frontier in American history. So people come here and they're like, oh, that happened here? And it's like, yes, which makes condensing a town tour into an hour difficult sometimes.
Right. And when you walk in a place like the Chester Inn here, you get that sense of history, because
you definitely
there have been presidents that have stayed here. I mean, very famous people that have actually walked across these floors.
Yeah, we love to tell that when we have school kids come, like you're walking where presidents walked, and just that sense of history that this is a special place and this is why we preserve it.
Now, the Heritage Alliance. You got any big projects on the horizon? What are y'all working on right now?
Well, we keep changing out exhibits in the Chester Inn and then in the Jonesborough Washington County History Museum and the Visitor Center.
Right.
Coming up on the fall, so we always do a Spot on the Hill, which is our cemetery play in the fall. And that helps us, preserve the old Jonesborough Cemetery and share those stories. So we stay busy, and then before you know it, it'll be time for the Colors of Christmas Progressive Dinner, which you get to go around and share a 4-course meal in different historic locations in town.
And I want to give you some kudos right now, because I think you're the first person this summer that has actually mentioned Christmas. Okay, so congratulations.
Christmas in July, right?
Christmas in July.
Today, right? It's July 25th.
Ann Mason, thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
The Heritage Alliance, doing so much for the history of Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia. We got some information for you up on the screen right now. Get involved in the history of our region.